Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Infinity Academy. My name is Ruturaj and today I am going to talk to you about something which is important while you are appearing for your competitive exams. While walking through the journey of competitive exams, it is seen that some of the aspirants succeed and some don't. So there are certain aspects which help the successful candidates to crack their examinations, and there is only a very marginal difference where these aspirants who have not succeeded fail to get their destination. So as we know, the competitive exam is a long journey. During this journey, there are various aspects an aspirant has to experience. So one of the aspect where an aspirant really has to experience is to keep up his motivation. Now when a person starts for the preparation of competitive exam, the previous video we said that the first step is to set your goal right and then walk through the process and go to your destination. However, while walking this long path, one of the key aspect is to keep yourself motivated. What do you mean by keeping yourself motivated? That means the motivation can be something where a person has to be focused on the goals what he had set for himself. Then when he starts his journey, he has to face various things like he might have a fatigue while studying, he might face the difficulties, he might be experiencing something which was absolutely unexpected and that has come on his way. So something which is really important is to be motivated, right? So my colleague said to me that today I should come on the YouTube platform or on the digital platforms and talk to you guys about motivation. I feel I am not the one whom you should be looking at for the motivation. It's you who have thought your target, who have thought about entering into the competitive exams arena. You have thought what was your destination, and then you have planted your way for yourself. So if I have to say that I am a speaker and I am going to talk to you about motivation and motivate you throughout your journey, that might not be really right. So I am someone who is just going to brief you about some of the aspects which will help you to keep yourself motivated. Many a times it is seen that whenever an expert lecturer or an officer is called into the forums to talk about motivation, we see the house of the audience getting full. We see millions of views coming onto those videos. But in many of the competitive exams motivational videos, the entire content of that video ends up showing the story of that particular officer. I personally feel that is not the right motivation for every aspirant. An aspirant will be motivated if he knows what his story is. If he is well aware about why did he started the competitive exams preparation, if he knows what was his background, what is his current process and why is he going to attempt for this exam, what is his destination. So I personally feel the person who is going to attempt for this examination is the first and the foremost source of motivation, right? Now, while we have been talking about setting up our goals, setting up our targets, it is industrially acceptable and understood that your target should be SMART. Now, SMART is an abbreviation of something which is specific, something that is specific, something that is measurable, something which is achievable, something which is realistic, and something which is time bound. So if you set up your goal on the SMART principle, the likelihood of getting close to your destination is very high. That's why it is widely said that select your goals smartly. Correct? Now, if you talk about human brain, or it is also said that the human being is one of the most evolved species on this planet, and that's because of the capability and the fantastic process of this brain. The human brain has got 3 stages of evolution. Number 1, the human brain has got a memory. That means you can memorize what you have read, you can memorize what has gone in your past, you can memorize what has happened in recent future, and you can also store that memory. The second stage of your evolution is you can think, you can relate your past, and you can do the actions in the present. And the third and the most fascinating part of human brain, which rest of the creatures lack a bit, is you have a vivid range of imagination of future. So how does this theory applies for your preparation strategy? So when you entered into the competitive arena, which I am saying continuously, you had a memory of something which is in your past. You have a future imagination that what you want to do, which officer you want to be probably. And then your actions which are being done now, the actions that you are taking now is the presence. So in these 3 stages of human brain evolution, this entire process can be related to your competitive exams preparation. You can think of what your daily plan is to achieve your future goal. Correct? So if you go methodical in these 3 ways, then the chances of hitting your target is very high. With the same note, here is a process diagram which explains this more clearly. When I say an aspirant wants to be an officer, means he has a desire in his mind that he wants to be an officer. He wants to be a government servant. So that is a desire. This desire will further give him an intention. That intention will make him to start his study. Okay, I want to become an officer and this is my intention. Why am I going to become an officer? This intention will give him a direction. Now, what is the direction? Do I have to crack the state services or do I have to go with the national services? So that is the direction. When you have set your direction, you will start and embark on the journey of competitive exams. And during this journey, the entire process comes in place. This is where you will keep yourself motivated. This process is going to take you from point A to point Z. During this process, there will be a lot of difficulties. There might be something like you have never faced in your earlier life before. You might have number of difficulties in understanding the subject. You might have number of difficulties in cope up with the speed. Somebody might just come and say, no, you don't do it. Somebody might just come and say, now there are enough time has spent on this, you shouldn't process ahead. Likewise, you might have a misery, you might struggle financially, you might have a psychological dilemma. Am I going to do this correctly? Am I not going to do this correctly? If you are very much bound to your target, if you're very much focused on your target, you will lose the essence of the process, which is a studying. And during this process, the key aspect, as I said, is motivation. So if you want to keep motivated throughout the process, you have to do the earlier things which I said. You have to set up your goal smartly. You have to use your brain to the fullest. You have to think methodical, and then you have to go to your desired results. So this is a cycle which also helps you to achieve your success. Another thing is, the generation that we are living into is called millennials. So we are the millennials of this century, and we have got certain gifts. One of the gift we have is the technology. So just see, if you want to look for something, if you really want to get some data, you can type, you can Google, you can browse, and you have an information with you. The aspirants who were before you, or the old aspirants who are also the officers now, your faculty members or whoever seniors you looked upon, they didn't have an amazing support of technology that you have. Whenever they wanted to read something or they wanted to get the knowledge, the only source probably, or the easiest source, was to read. And for the reading, they had to identify the source. Where will this particular information be available? Will it be available into certain journal? Will it be available into a diary? Will it be available into a book or a newsletter? and then once the source is identified, they will look for it. For example, they would probably look into a library. They would go to the library. They would seek where that particular journal or a book is kept. They would walk to that they would walk to that rack. They would pick up that book. They would find for the data, and if they were lucky, if the page is not torn, they would find that data, and then they would crack. Compared to those, you guys are in the best position known for the human mankind. You have got everything of the technology available. You can sit at home, you can study at home, you can get all the information available only if you use the technology wisely. So if you are going to keep yourself away from the blogging, you're going to keep yourself away from the comments, the reviews, the seniors, your super seniors, your colleagues, and you're also going to keep yourself away from what they say about you and stay focused, the chances of you being motivated and continuing your own journey is very easy. So you have an upper hand as compared to all the other successful people that you have seen in your life. So being millennial is one of the most important thing. However, one important aspect is this journey has to be taken. There is no way that you can Google the success for yourself and you would get the result. For you to be successful, you will have to step the ladder. And this ladder is the ladder of the process, for which you will have to be energetic. You will have to be positive. You will have to be energetic, positive, and composed. There is no elevator for the success. There is no elevator for the destiny which you have thought for yourself. You will have to climb these steps. You will have to walk to your destination. So in this world of success, the only mantra is step by step, motivated effort. Some days might be that when you wake up, you will find, I have been studying for so long, I have been attempting for so many examinations, I have been writing, I have been reading, I have not been sleeping, I have been listening to the lectures. So early morning when you start, you might feel negative. This negativity would start crippling in your mind very fast. The moment you wake up, your eyes are open, you will start thinking only negative. But you have to control your mind and say, hey, you stop. It's not only about negativity. There are also positive things that has happened and I'm doing. The positive things like what you have done in your past. The positive things like out of all those 1,000 students who are not in this race now, I am one of them. The positivity like what you have read yesterday, what you have read before, what you have memorized before, what you have done so far, how far have you reached. This will start giving you a positive approach. So when you get ready, when you take that cold shower in the morning, when you're ready to go back to your schedule, you will start feeling positive. And this positivity will continue ahead for your best of your day. And when you end the day with the positivity, knowing that every step you're going to walk is going to give you a difficulty and you're going to conquer that, you will start feeling motivated. If you are motivated, you will feel, yes, what I'm doing is right. If you feel that what you're doing is right, you will actually enjoy the process. And when you focus on the process, you will not be focused on the results. So the results will automatically come to your way. So this is a very thin line where we say some people would succeed, some people won't. Thank you very much.